Welcome back to RotoCityTech. I'm Hank. Today we are not in the shop. I'm in the truck. I'm actually headed over to pick up my father-in-law so that we can replace his charger converter. So stay tuned for that. Please like and subscribe to the channel, Instagram, Facebook, all those. Give us a comment down below too if you have any ideas or comments about what I'm doing. So anyway, so last year we put in the Lifeline 100 amp hour battery in my father-in-law's camper, and we didn't have a whole lot of luck with it camping over the summer. So I think that is having to do with the stock converter charger in the camper, which is one of the, let's see, the WFCO 8955 converters, which it is not designed to do lithium. They say lithium compatible, which they are. It'll work. It just won't give you a full charge, because I think it can only charge up to like 13.6 volts, and all the lithium companies want you to have at least 14.4, 14.6, somewhere around there. So I had talked with Randy at bestconverter.com, and he had recommended we get what is called the WILDKAT. So this is a PD 4655L WILDKAT. It is made by Progressive Dynamics, and it will just simply replace the current 8955 converter that is in the camper. Same footprint, same everything. You just undo a few wires, slide that in there. I figured I would just explain at the front of the video. Most of my viewers, or most people on YouTube, it's harder to get them at the end of the video. So anyway, so the reason I'm doing this is I want to keep this camper kind of as stock as possible. I had to do some actual modifications to fit my converter of choice. So this one, like I said, is the same footprint. It just goes in there and it really doesn't change anything. You don't have to cut any wires. You don't have to cut any pieces of the casing like I did, or anything like that. So same footprint, which is good. It also allows you that boost mode. So when we're boondocking and we turn on the generator, he was never getting a good charge because that converter was just not, converter charger was not throwing a good enough voltage to charge the battery within a couple hours. So with this setup, it will throw that 14.4 volts. All right, so we made it into the camper, and like I said, this is our WILDKAT converter charger. Should just be a direct replacement, and then you've just got your DC lines and your AC lines over on this side. So what you want to do is find that compartment where all of your fuses are, and we're going to take this off. Also, there is no battery hooked up right now. If you wanted to be sure, you could throw your main breaker right there, because we're not plugged into power either. So right down here is where the old one is. And then you can see that we've got our AC lines that come this way. So basically you're just mimicking what these are. Right here on your AC on the new one, you've got your green, black, and white. And so right here we have our green. Right there, our black is coming up into the breaker. And then our white, which is our ground, is going right here. It's green. Or green, white, I'm sorry, is neutral. Green is this ground. So, and then on this opposite side, you can't see it right now, but it's got a white, and then it has a, this one's red, which on here it's white and black, but it is labeled on this DC positive and then DC negative. So these will just come up here and replace both of these. So let's just get to work. So first up, we want to take our black line over here on our AC. We are going to take it out of the circuit breaker. What you can do, I was having a little issue with unscrewing this, but remember that you can pop these individual breakers out. That way we can get a better view on this thing. That way we can undo that. So then that one will go out of here. So this one right here is being a pain. It's kind of just stripping out. So I will try to use this one. And then I'm simply just gonna cut this one and be done with it. Alright, so right here, this green wire, this one is stripping out. Now, these screws, I don't like these. These are like those square bit screws, but they also have cutouts for your flathead. But this one was tightened so much, I'm assuming with one of those square bits, that it's just stripping out with my flathead. So, we've got an empty spot down here on this same bus bar. So what I'm going to do is just cut this, and then we can use the empty spot down here. I've already got that loose, and we'll put the ground there. No big deal. Alright, so our AC side is done. There's all three there. Now we'll move over to our DC side, and we'll see that we've got this one here and then that one there. So these are routed back behind this little fuse panel, which is always kind of fun to mess with. But we can figure that out. So we're going to loosen these up, and then we should be good to go. And it does say down here positive, there negative, which obviously red. Pretty easy to know. Then we can and that removes our old converter charger. So now as we move on to our new one, you just have to remember, look at these labels. This is our DC positive, which it says right here. So that is going to connect right here where the red was. And this is the hardest part probably, is getting these fed through. What I need are some needle nose, really. There's our DC positive. Now for our DC negative. Neither one of those were actually that bad. Now it's time to move over here to the AC sides of things. As we got the negative there, positive there. We'll cut this little tie strap off. And we will send our green one right here, our white one up here, and then our black one on this circuit breaker. So let's start with the white, since it's all the way up at the top. This just sticks in that same hole that the other one was in, and then we can tighten it down. Easy enough. Green one, remember this one was stripped out, so we are going to go into this one. And that's really no issue. It's all ground to the same spot. Just remember, you don't have to get these all the way like super torqued down. You want to be able to redo these in the future if need be. And then our black one will come up through, and we are going to connect it to our breaker. And it just slides right inside this hole here. And then gets tightened down. And then these breakers are designed to pop right back into place. Just like that. Alright, so we got everything tested, and it was not working right. It was only giving us like the 13.6. And then I remembered that on the website, it's a little bit hard to see, and I can try to, but right, let's see, point it out right here, is this little bitty jumper, and it says Wiz and then LI. So we need to remove this jumper and slide it over one pin to the LI. And that will tell our circuit board that we are doing lithium. Easy enough. Now, let's bolt this back up, button this back up, and we will give this test. So I'm going to clarify with Randy at Best Converter. But if we see here, my charge wizard is lit up and I'm testing my voltage. If I check my voltage right now, it is showing 14.25. And then no matter what I do with my remote pendant over here, it always just stays 14.25. So I need to verify that I got everything correctly done. Also, to note, my battery is fully charged. I had it hooked up all night long. So it may be protecting itself because it doesn't need that voltage. So we'll have to test this probably while we're out camping to see what it does. But anyways, that is the install of the WILDKAT. So that's a pretty cool little deal. Like I said, I'm gonna call and I'll probably throw in another clip to verify after I talk to them to see if this is how it's supposed to work. But anyways, thank y'all for watching. Please follow us on Instagram and on Facebook at RotoCityTech. Like this video. Send me your ideas of maybe what's going on, why we might not be seeing that full voltage right now. So I can't remember exactly where I left off. I do know that we had installed this at the end and we still weren't getting the exact correct voltage. And so we plugged it into the circuit board right here. And I talked with Randy up at bestconverter.com, and he said when you're using lithium, you do not need to use the charge wizard. So this is only if you're using lead acid, AGM, anything but lithium. So if I unplug this, in theory, we should be charging at the correct voltage. So alright, so that did work. We are charging at the boosted voltage now. So be sure to remember when you are using this converter to not plug in the charge wizard if you're using lithium. Anyways, thank you so much, Best Converter, for sending that out and helping us out with that install. And anyways, we'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching RotoCityTech.